The Whispering Woods. Sitting in the dimly lit room, surrounded by the soft crackling of the fireplace, I find myself transported back to those moments, the ones etched into the very fabric of my being. It's a tale of heartache, curiosity, and an unquenchable thirst for answers that led me to venture into the unknown. My brother Alex was a beacon of curiosity in our quaint town, a beacon that sometimes shone too brightly for his own good. He possessed an insatiable fascination with the occult, a fascination that consumed his thoughts and sent him on a relentless pursuit of hidden knowledge. It wasn't just about uncovering the mysteries. It was about unraveling the very fabric of the unknown. I remember the nights he'd spend holed up in his room, surrounded by ancient tomes, and illuminated only by flickering candlelight. His journals overflowed with cryptic symbols and arcane scribbles, a testament to his tireless exploration of legends and folklore, particularly those that spoke of the Whispering Woods. The very name sent shivers down the spines of those who dared utter it aloud. It was a place steeped in folklore, where shadows danced between the trees and whispers rode the winds, carrying secrets from the past. Tales woven by the townsfolk spoke of the enigmatic woods, painting vivid pictures of eerie occurrences. A chorus of whispers that beckoned wanderers deeper into the heart of the forest. Ethereal figures glimpsed fleetingly amidst the swaying branches, and stories of souls lost to its haunting embrace. Alex was drawn to these stories like a moth to a flame. He was captivated by the accounts of unexplained phenomena, driven by a relentless urge to uncover the truth that lay hidden within the wood's ancient embrace. He'd often regale me with his findings, excitement dancing in his eyes as he spoke of the tantalizing mysteries waiting to be unraveled. His thirst for knowledge was infectious, and despite the cautionary whispers that echoed through the town, I found myself drawn into his world of arcane curiosities. But it was one fateful night that changed everything. Alex vanished, leaving behind only remnants of his obsessive pursuit. His room, once a sanctuary of esoteric knowledge, now seemed like a haunted echo of his presence. Scattered notes, open pages of ancient texts, and an eerie stillness that hung heavy in the air. The townsfolk murmured about the Shadowborne, a malevolent entity rumored to reside within the heart of the Whispering Woods. They whispered of its insatiable hunger for souls and the fate it had dealt my brother. That loss, the sudden absence of my brother, ripped through me like a tempest, leaving me adrift in a sea of emotions. Guilt weighed heavily upon my shoulders. I should have intervened, should have stopped him from venturing into the woods. But my own fear of the unknown had held me back, and I blamed myself for not protecting him. Days turned into sleepless nights as I grappled with a gnawing ache in my heart. Memories of our shared laughter and moments together mingled with the haunting whispers of the woods. And amidst that turmoil, a determination stirred within me, a resolve fueled by grief, a longing for closure, and an unspoken promise to uncover the truth about my brother's fate. With each passing day, the allure of the Whispering Woods grew stronger, its enigmatic secrets calling out to me like a siren song. Driven by an indomitable will and a yearning to understand what had befallen Alex, I made a decision, an agonizing choice, to follow in his footsteps, to enter the foreboding depths of the woods that had claimed my brother. It was a choice made with a heavy heart, but one that I knew I had to make, a choice that would plunge me into a labyrinth of mysteries, dangers, and the haunting echoes of a sibling bond that refused to be silenced by the whispers of the woods. Entering the Whispering Woods was like stepping into a realm cloaked in an eerie stillness, an otherworldly silence that seemed to suffocate the very air around me. The woods greeted me with an unsettling embrace, its ancient trees looming tall and imposing, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers that threatened to ensnare the unwary traveler. I ventured forth, guided by the faint glow of a lantern that cast feeble light upon the dense underbrush and twisted paths that crisscrossed the forest floor. Each step I took felt heavier, as if the very ground beneath me resisted my intrusion into this enigmatic realm. The air was thick with an almost palpable sense of foreboding. The whispers that had been mere echoes in the tales now danced tantalizingly at the edges of my senses. It was as if the woods themselves were alive, murmuring secrets that teased and taunted, whispering promises of answers amidst the shadows. At first, I tried to dismiss the stories as mere superstitions, a collection of cautionary tales spun to keep wanderers like myself away from the wood's forbidden depths. Yet, as I ventured further, a chill crept up my spine, and the whispers grew more insistent, as though urging me deeper into the heart of this labyrinthine maze. The once familiar paths twisted and turned, leading me in circles, a disorienting dance orchestrated by the woods themselves. Panic clawed at my chest when I realized that I had lost track of where I stood. The faint glow of my lantern seemed feeble and inadequate against the oppressive darkness that enveloped me. Amidst the gnarled trees, the shadows began to dance, a sinister ballet that seemed to mock my presence. Figures flickered at the corners of my vision, vanishing whenever I turned to face them. Whispers morphed into fleeting murmurs that teased my ears, making it impossible to discern their meaning. My heart raced with a mixture of fear and determination. I knew I had to find answers, to uncover the truth that lay buried within these haunted woods. The echoes of my brother's obsession reverberated within me, urging me forward, a beacon guiding my resolve. Each rustle of leaves, every whisper on the wind, every sound felt like a cryptic message, a puzzle waiting to be deciphered. I pressed on, fueled by a relentless need to unravel the mystery of my brother's disappearance, even as the woods seemed to conspire against me. Hours turned into an unending eternity as I navigated the twisted paths, following fragmented clues that seemed to vanish as quickly as they appeared. The whispers, once distant and ethereal, coalesced into an incessant chorus that echoed in the recesses of my mind, haunting my every step. It was in a moment of desperate realization when I stumbled upon remnants of my brother's presence, a torn page from his journal snagged on a branch, that the weight of the situation crashed upon me. The truth loomed before me like a specter. My brother was beyond rescue. The woods had claimed him, and I was left to bear the burden of that knowledge alone. Grief pierced through me like a dagger, but it was accompanied by a grim resolve. My quest to save my brother had transformed into a quest for closure, a yearning to understand what fate had befallen him. The woods held the answers, and I was determined to unearth them, even if it meant confronting the malevolent force rumored to dwell within their depths, the Shadowborne. With a heavy heart and a mind clouded by conflicting emotions, I steeled myself for the challenges that lay ahead. The whispering woods had woven a tangled web of mystery and danger around me, but I was resolved to navigate its treacherous paths, to confront the darkness that had stolen my brother, and to seek the elusive truth that lingered within its haunted embrace. As I pressed deeper into the heart of the whispering woods, an unnerving sensation began to crawl beneath my skin, a sense of being watched, of unseen eyes following my every move. At first, I brushed it off as a byproduct of my own paranoia, a natural reaction to the eerie ambience of the woods. But as time passed, that feeling intensified, evolving from a mere prickling at the nape of my neck to an undeniable presence that seemed to shadow my steps. Shadows danced at the periphery of my vision, elusive and fleeting. Each time I turned to catch a glimpse, they vanished, leaving behind an unsettling emptiness in their wake. I quickened my pace, a growing unease settling in the pit of my stomach, a feeling that something lurked just beyond my sight. The whispers that once echoed faintly now coalesced into a symphony of murmurs, a chorus that seemed to carry a sinister tone, as though they conspired to guide or warn me. Amidst that cacophony, a chilling realization struck, a realization that I was not alone in these woods. Every rustle of leaves, every creak of a branch seemed amplified, sending my heart racing with trepidation. I could feel the weight of an unseen gaze fixated upon me, a gaze that bore into my very soul. The air grew heavy with an oppressive silence, broken only by the haunting whispers that seemed to emanate from the very trees themselves. Then, one moonlit night, as I stumbled through the maze of trees, a sense of foreboding weighed heavily upon me. The hairs on the back of my neck prickled, and a shiver ran down my spine, a primal instinct warning me of impending danger. Out of the corner of my eye, I glimpsed a fleeting figure, a silhouette that slinked between the trees with an otherworldly grace. My heart leaped into my throat as I whirled around, only to be met with an empty expanse of darkness. I quickened my pace, my senses on high alert, but the feeling of being stalked persisted. With every step I took, the presence seemed to draw closer, a malevolent force that shadowed my every move. Then, in a moment that froze the very blood in my veins, I caught a glimpse of it, a creature, indistinct and shrouded in the darkness, its form twisted and contorted in an unnatural manner. It moved with an unsettling fluidity, like a phantom drifting between the trees. Panic surged within me, but I dared not run. Instead, I stood rooted to the spot, my heart pounding in my chest. The creature's eyes, glowing orbs of an otherworldly hue, locked onto mine, radiating an eerie luminescence that seemed to pierce through the darkness. A haunting wail pierced the silence, a sound that sent chills cascading down my spine. The creature's presence seemed to suffocate me, its spectral form undulating, as if it were a mere manifestation of the wood's darkest secrets. Fear gripped me, but alongside it surged a surge of defiance. I refused to succumb to the terror that threatened to consume me. With trembling hands, I reached for the lantern at my side, its feeble light flickering against the encroaching darkness. As the lantern's glow expanded, the creature recoiled, its haunting wail fading into an eerie echo that lingered in the night air. It retreated into the shadows, disappearing like a ghost swallowed by the night. My heart raced with a mix of adrenaline and dread. I knew then that the stories of the Whispering Woods were not mere superstitions. Something malevolent lurked within these ancient trees, a creature that had been stalking me since the moment I set foot in this haunting realm. With each passing moment, the sense of being hunted grew stronger, and a newfound urgency pulsed within me. The woods held more than just whispers and secrets. They harbored a sinister entity, a specter that seemed intent on haunting my every move. My quest for answers had transformed into a desperate struggle for survival. As the moon cast its pale light upon the haunted landscape, I knew that confronting the lurking creature within these haunted woods was inevitable. I steeled myself for the looming confrontation, determined to uncover the truth behind the chilling presence that had been stalking me since my journey began. A confrontation that would determine not just my fate, but the fate of the haunting mysteries that lurked within the Whispering Woods. The encounter with the lurking creature had left an indelible mark upon my soul, a chilling reminder that I was not merely a wanderer in the Whispering Woods, but prey to a malevolent force that prowled within its shadows. As I traversed the labyrinthine paths, an eerie silence hung in the air, a silence that seemed to echo the dread that coiled within me. The haunting whispers had evolved into a haunting chorus, a symphony of secrets and warnings that reverberated through the trees. It was as though the woods themselves conspired to guide me or warn me of imminent danger, but their cryptic messages remained elusive, veiled in riddles and echoes. Each step I took was burdened by a creeping sense of doom, an oppressive weight that seemed to grow with every passing moment. The creature, the twisted manifestation of darkness, continued to lurk in the periphery, a specter that haunted my every move, its presence a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked within this cursed realm. In a moment of profound realization, I stumbled upon a chilling sight. A clearing nestled amidst the ancient trees, a place that bore the lingering traces of a tragic fate. It was there, amidst the gnarled roots and overgrown foliage, that I found the remains of my brother, Alex. The scene was a haunting tableau, a tattered piece of his clothing caught on a branch, his journal lying open upon the moss. Covered ground and nearby, the skeletal remnants of what once was my dear brother. His lifeless form bore the marks of a fate steeped in horror, his eyes frozen in terror, his body contorted in an unnatural pose. Grief, raw and unyielding, flooded through me, choking my breath and clouding my vision. Tears stung my eyes as I knelt beside his remains, my hands trembling as I reached out to touch the cold remnants of a life lost too soon. The whispers that swirled around me seemed to take on a mournful tone, as if mourning alongside me for the tragic fate that had befallen my brother. The haunting echoes painted a grim picture, revealing fragments of a macabre truth. My brother had not succumbed to the Whispering Woods mysteries, but had fallen victim to the very creature that now hunted me. It was then, amidst my anguish, that fragmented memories surfaced. A distant conversation with Alex, veiled warnings hidden within his cryptic writings. He had stumbled upon a dark revelation. An ancient pact, a sinister bargain struck within the depths of these woods. The creature, the Shadowborne, had not merely claimed souls, but orchestrated a malevolent dance steeped in darkness and death. The truth unfurled before me like a macabre tapestry. Alex had unearthed the creature's secret, a revelation that sealed his tragic fate. He had glimpsed the truth lurking within the heart of the Whispering Woods and paid the ultimate price for his curiosity. As realization dawned upon me, the woods seemed to echo with a chilling cacophony. The creature's haunting wail reverberated through the trees, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within. It was as if the Shadowborne sensed my newfound understanding, its presence lurking closer, its glowing eyes fixated upon me with a malevolent intent. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with grief and fury, I rose to my feet, a resolve burning within me. I had unearthed the horrifying truth behind my brother's demise. The Shadowborne, a harbinger of darkness, had claimed him for uncovering its darkest secret. The woods pulsed with an ominous energy, an unspoken warning that I was now marked by the malevolent force that had claimed my brother's life. But amidst the chilling echoes and haunting whispers, a fire ignited within me, a fire fueled by grief, determination, and a thirst for vengeance. I understood now. I was not merely a wanderer lost in the Whispering Woods. I was a harbinger of justice, determined to confront the darkness that had stolen my brother from me. The creature may have taken him, but I would not allow its malevolence to claim another soul. With a heavy heart and a mind burdened by grief and fury, I braced myself for the looming confrontation. The haunting mysteries of the Whispering Woods had intertwined with a tragic tale, a tale of loss, dark revelations, and a relentless quest for justice that would lead me into a harrowing battle against the malevolent force lurking within these haunted depths. The realization of the darkness that dwelled within the Whispering Woods had ignited a burning determination within me, with my heart heavy with grief, and my resolve steeling against the encroaching darkness. I embarked on a harrowing journey to flee from the clutches of the malevolent force that stalked me. Every step I took echoed with a sense of urgency, a frantic need to escape the haunting grasp of the Shadowborne. The whispers that had once teased and taunted now seemed to carry warnings, urging me to flee, to escape the relentless pursuit of the sinister entity. The woods seemed to warp and contort around me, the once familiar paths shifting like a labyrinth that sought to ensnare me within its tangled embrace. The haunting echoes grew louder, mingling with the rustle of leaves and the ominous stillness that enveloped the eerie landscape. The creature, the Shadowborne, lurked in the shadows, its glowing eyes a spectral presence that seemed to haunt my every move. Its ethereal form, twisted and elusive, slinked between the trees, a haunting reminder of the danger that lurked within these cursed woods. As I attempted to navigate the tangled paths, a chilling realization washed over me. The Shadowborne was toying with me, manipulating the very fabric of the woods to hinder my escape. Every twist and turn seemed orchestrated by the creature's malevolent will, guiding me deeper into the heart of its haunting realm. In a moment of sheer terror, the creature emerged from the shadows, its form a nightmarish visage that sent shivers down my spine. Its haunting wail pierced the silence, resonating through the trees, a sound that seemed to carry the weight of centuries, old sorrow and despair. Fear clutched at my chest, threatening to consume me, but a desperate determination surged within me. I fled through the dense underbrush, every fiber of my being urging me to escape the relentless pursuit of the Shadowborne. The creature's chilling presence loomed closer, its glowing eyes fixated upon me with an unsettling intensity. As I braced myself for an inevitable confrontation, a surreal moment unfolded, one that sent a shiver down my spine. The Shadowborne halted its pursuit, its spectral form pulsating with an otherworldly energy. It seemed to regard me with an eerie stillness, a sense of malevolence emanating from its ethereal form. And then, in a twist that sent a cold chill down my spine, the creature seemed to part, allowing me a path to flee. Confusion mingled with dread as I hesitated, unable to comprehend the creature's sudden change in demeanor. It was as if the Shadowborne had chosen to release me, a gesture that felt more like a sinister warning than an act of mercy. With cautious steps, I fled from the haunting presence of the woods, the chilling echoes of the creature's wail fading into the distance. Though free from its immediate grasp, a sense of foreboding lingered, a reminder that the malevolent force still lurked within the depths of the whispering woods. Despite the terror that had gripped my soul, instead of succumbing to fear, a newfound determination blossomed within me. I refused to let the Shadowborne's eerie gesture instill paralyzing fear in my heart. Instead, I dedicated myself to unraveling the mysteries of the creature, to understanding its origins and finding a way to confront it. Days turned into nights, and nights bled into days as I delved deeper into ancient lore and sought out individuals who might hold clues to the enigmatic being that haunted the woods. Yet for all my efforts, the creature remained elusive, veiled in a shroud of darkness and secrecy. Despite the setbacks and the haunting memories of my brother's tragic fate, I refused to relinquish my quest. Each failure only fueled my determination, reinforcing my resolve to confront the darkness that had claimed my brother and had dared to instill fear into my soul. And so, my journey continued, a relentless pursuit of knowledge, a search for answers that would lead me back into the heart of the Whispering Woods. The haunting mysteries persisted, but I remained steadfast, refusing to let fear cloud my determination. Though the path ahead remained shrouded in uncertainty, I vowed never to give up, to unlock the secrets of the malevolent entity lurking within the haunted depths of the woods, and to seek justice for my brother's tragic demise.